Cynthia, I think we'll talk about the fight in a second, but everyone's talking about your call-out. Not many women are saying Tatiana Suarez's name these days. Tell us the thought process.
Yeah, everybody's like Bird Box. They mentioned Tatiana Suarez, and they're like, where? You know, they're looking everywhere else. I mean, honestly, like I said, I think she's one of the best in the world. She's undefeated. Nobody's able to, you know, beat her yet. And, you know, I want to be the best. I want to be the best in the world. I want to be a champion. And I feel like, you know, I don't want to pick just the right fights to get me to the title. I want to beat the best, and, you know, whatever happens, you know, like I said, I want to fight the best, and I think she's one of the best in the world.
She responded with watching the ring.
Yeah, like please, you know, and I understand that she's down to fight anybody, and like I said, you know, she's one of the best in the world, and you know, like I said, I told her like nothing but love. You know, me and her, we kind of like interact a little bit on social media, and it's never a disrespectful thing or anything like that. Like I said, I'm not here to pick the easy fights. I want to fight the best in the world, and I think she's one of the best in the world.
How do you think your skills match up against her? She's obviously this really dominating wrestler. How do you see yourself fighting the win?
I mean, I think I have pretty good ground game, you know, and you know, I got good wrestling too, and I feel like I would give her a run for her money, you know, in comparison to anybody else in the division. And I think that's the fight to make. I think the fans would love it, and you know, I think it's a fight to make, especially if you want to fight for the title. I think for sure she's somebody that's she's close to getting the title fight, and I want to fight for the title too. So hopefully, if we make that matchup happen, whoever wins that fight gets a title shot.
Going back to tonight, how did you rate your performance, rate the fight itself? Give us a breakdown.
Honestly, you know, you always want to get the finish, but I knew she was going to be a tough fight. She's really big for the division, so you know, I'm happy. You know, I got the win, but there's still a lot of me that people haven't seen yet. But I'm happy that I was a little bit more comfortable out there. I did a little bit better, and you know, people are seeing my stand-up come out a little bit more.
So yesterday at the weigh-ins, there was a little bit of pushing and shoving. It seemed to get a bit intense. Was there anything behind that, or was that just a moment?
No, I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like the smirk on my face. Like, I love fighting and stuff like that, but like every time I'm there, we're doing the face-off, because I just like feed off of it. I have nothing against my opponents and stuff like that, but for whatever reason, you know, they get a little pissed off, because I don't know why, but I'm just, you know, I'm confident. I'm here to fight. I don't back down, and you know, it kind of gets a little bit heated. You know, she didn't like the way I smiled at her. She wanted to get a little bit closer, and I just had to say a little bit something, and you know, it just puts a little bit more fire in there. It makes the fighting more exciting.
I saw you limping. Just want to make sure that's just soreness, right? You're not injured. There's nothing going on.
Yeah, I hope so. You never know, you know. Especially we got a lot of the adrenaline going in there. I am limping right now, but I'm gonna ice it and see what happens. But she did get me pretty good.
Did you hear the crowd? A lot was made in your fight specifically, where people watching were unhappy with how the crowd was reacting.
Happy or unhappy? They were unhappy. I don't know, dude. Honestly, I don't know. That's just been like a new thing with the fans in the UFC lately. I've been noticing that they just kind of like boo, or they're ole ole, they're this and that, they're drinking. I don't know, you know, it's not easy to get here in the cage, and I feel like sometimes people just, the fans just get it all, you know, one person starts and then the other one follows. It doesn't bother me, you know. This is tough, and it's a really, really tough sport, one of the toughest sports ever, and you know, it doesn't bother me, because I have no clue what it is to be in here and fight in front of the world. So they can boo all they want, they can cheer all they want, it's not going to change anything.
Don't want to bring up the last fight, but this time around you had a smooth, pain-free weight cut. How much do you feel like that helped you in the octagon this time around?
I think it helped me out a lot, but you know, it's always a tough weight cut. Like the last 2 pounds, and especially for women, it's just like, in comparison of what could take a pound for one guy in maybe, you know, 15 minutes takes me like 2 hours. So I definitely got down to the lowest. I only had to cut 4 pounds, but it still took me like 6 hours to cut it. So you know, it's really tough, but I think the UFC PI provided a chef. I was working with Charles Stoll there, and you know, they're amazing. They provided all the meals for me, did all the rehydration process, and you know, I couldn't have asked for better support, and I think they did an amazing job, and I'm really happy with that, and I really appreciate it.
Una de las peleas más difíciles